Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are. Today is March 5th, 2019. Apologize for yesterday not being able to do a midday update. Apparently YouTube has some technical difficulty and wasn't able to get a live stream going. But in any case, let's go and take a look what is happening today. First, take a look at some of the market. The crude oil is up 2 penny at 56.61, and gold is still kind of sliding down a little bit and still trying to find some support. Today is so far is down $1.30 at 12.86 and 20 cents. The cash market on the Dow Jones, it was positive and just turned negative again at down 7.5 point at 25,812. The S&P 500 down a little bit less than 3 point at 2789.88. The Nasdaq 100 down 8 point at 7,159. The Russell 2000 down 2.79 at 1,572. And the Nasdaq Composite is down 5.5 point at 7,583. And the transportation is taking a little hit, down 40 points at 10,359 and 51.51. And looking at the internals, you can see the up-down volume has been negative. Although it's been negative most of the morning session, it did creep up a couple times to the positive area territory. Right now it's running at minus 1.41 in the New York, but the Nasdaq is pretty much in a positive. Right now it's coming down to near the neutral line. Right now it's only plus 1.06 on the up-down volume ratio in the Nasdaq, and then the Russell is minus 1.4. You can see the advanced decline in the New York Stock Exchange did make a nice comeback, and right now seems to be retreating again, and the decliner lead the advancer by 276 issue in the New York Stock Exchange, and in the Nasdaq the decliner leading the advancer by 247 issue. Again, also had a nice comeback, but right now it's kind of retreating a little bit, and the cumulative tick in the New York Stock Exchange is mostly negative. But not too strongly negative, so it's kind of hovering right below the neutral line. And the Nasdaq, strangely enough, the cumulative tick being all negative throughout the morning, but if you look at the up-down volume, it's mostly positive. So something is going on there. It seems like they're just concentrating on something to get the market going in the Nasdaq. So beware of the little magic game that they are playing. Anyway, looking at the ES, the extension of the ES open auction in range, came down, took out the overnight low, and it came back up and took out the IB high. So right now it's trading inside the IB range and also at the upper portion of the value area from yesterday. And in the NQ is also open auction in range, and came down, took out the overnight low also, and also took out the overnight high. So right now it's trading just right beneath the IB high and outside of the value area. And looking at the daily candlestick on the ES, you can see the ES is still trying to get above that 2812 area. You know, basically trying to get away from this zone and try to push through to the 2865. But it looks more and more, I think this is going to come down and test the 2736.50. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. There is a high volume area somewhere around 2783, 2784. So we'll see would that get a lift. If it doesn't, then be looking for this thing to come to this this little indentation here on this little lower volume zone, and possibly test this potential support here, this level 2736. And if we take a look at the profile, the volume profile, you see that although this kind of creeped up there yesterday, but the the point of control is still below the previous point of control here. So the point of control is coming down, although today is pretty neutral and matching is an inside day, and it's matching the point of control of yesterday. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it come down later on today. So we'll take a look at that a little bit more on the today's volume profile. And looking at the market profile, you see they left some single print up here, and also over here yesterday we saw these single print. All right, those probably will get filled in the coming day, but there was a poor high, and wouldn't be surprised to see this poor high get tagged before these single print get filled. So we'll just kind of have to see, because there's a lot of unfinished business down here that need to be taken care of. So maybe on a pullback we'll see a lot of these levels get resolved. But in any case, so that's basically the ES on that. Let's go and take a look at today's profile. You see today's profile, came up into this single print zone. Right now we sort of put in a decent high and also a decent low. But looking at the volume profile, the high is kind of weak. So we might tag that level in the maybe later on today if possible. But if it doesn't, then most likely in the next few days. What I'm looking at is basically for this thing to come down, test the overnight low 27.85.25, and see would it get a bounce back up. And if it can't hold this, then I expect to see this IB low to get tested at 27.83.25. So, and eventually what I'm looking for is actually this level get tested, yesterday's poor low. All right, so we're basically looking at this 27.67.5. Okay, and if we go and take a look at the chart for the SPY, let's go take a look at for the spider. This is a 15-minute candlestick. And also basically looking at this today's action is right here. See, it's an inside day. This is the volume profile for today so far, and right now I'm basically looking for this thing to come back down and retest the point of control and see would it get another bounce back up. If it cannot hold this point control, then I'm looking for this thing to at least come back and retrace this down here at the 277. There is a naked point of control down here near the 275, way back here. Please, February, what is that date? 14. So, yeah, Valentine's Day, right? Okay, so that point of control is still naked, so it's still waiting to be tagged. And also the other thing is NIO. I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of interest on NIO, this Chinese Tesla EV company, and it's supposed to schedule to report earnings later on today. Earlier I thought it was going to report like last night, well, basically early in the morning. Like 4 o'clock a.m. in Eastern time and 1 a.m. on the West Coast, but apparently that source is not that reliable. We claim that it's confirmed, but so anyway, I believe it's going to be report after the close today, and there's a conference call later on today at 7 p.m. Eastern time and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And I believe it's 8 a.m. on Wednesday, Hong Kong and Shanghai time. So in any case, basically looking at this right here, we are watching the price to break this zone, which you see is making a little attempt on there. It might be a little bit early. I would rather see, if I'm on the long side, I would rather see it wait until earning comes out, then get that move. But right now it seems like it's trying to move up. And also the other thing is, remember I had the let me see what that market projection is. We had that market projection. I will update that when we get closer to the close. right? The market was projecting a move to somewhere around 1289 area and on the upside and 721 on the downside. That was based on last Friday's close. So I'm going to update that. I think the percentage will still in a plus or minus 20 some odd percent and plus or minus $2 and some odd cents on the projected move on the earnings. So so I give I give an update on that. Also, the other thing that I want to point out is if you look at this here could be looked upon as a bull flag. Right? So if we take a little projection on what that major move is, and you could see, just a little approximate, you could see that it also project up to somewhere around this mid 12 or the upper 12. Now all these levels doesn't mean that that's where the price is going to go. Right? What this means is these levels, if the price move toward those levels, then there's going to be some reaction because there are players that playing these patterns most likely going to take profit off of that. And then on the market projected move, if those people have options set up, right, then when it hit those target level, then they're going to go and close out their option. So that's why you want to watch those levels for price reaction. Or is it continue to move to those levels, or you see a reaction of getting some responsive, selling or whatever, retreat on the price level. So that's what these levels are. It doesn't mean that just because there's so many levels clustered in that particular price point, it doesn't mean it's going to be a higher probability that the price will go there. It's just that, watch out for price reaction when it gets to that level. Okay, so I hope your day has been going well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button and make sure to click on that bell notification icon, and that you will get notification whenever I upload a new video or do a live video such as this. So have a great day and good luck on your trading.